Hey guys, my name's Nathan. We've got Carson here. We've got Josh, Joel, and then Victor over here on this side. We are going to be talking to you about Mary Wroths Sonnet number 68 here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I'm going to go over a quick little bibliography. If I can have you guys take your attention to this screen right here. So, Mary Wroth is a well-known author in the Renaissance period. She was born in 1587 and died sometime around 1651. In her early life, she lived in multiple areas. Those areas include Penhurst Place in Kent, Herbert's London's residence, in the English garrison in Flushings, and that actually is interesting because that shows us that her father was a soldier in the British military. She was married at the young age of 17 to Robert Wroth, who unfortunately died in 1614, never to be remarried. Some of her most famous works include the Countess of Montgomery's Urania, that was published in 1621, along with Pamphylia to Amphimilianthus in 1621. And with that, the bibliography of Mary Wroth is finished. Biography is finished. I will have Carson over here read sonnet number 68.
My pain, still smothered in my grieved breast, seeks for some ease, yet cannot passage find, to be discharged of this unwelcome guest. When most I strive, more fast his burdens bind. Like to a ship on Godwin's cast by wind, the more she strives, more deep in sand is pressed. Till she be lost, so am I in this kind, sunk and devoured and swallowed by unrest, lost, shipwrecked, spoiled, and debarred of the smallest hope. Nothing of pleasure left, save thoughts have scope which wonder may. Go then, my thoughts, and cry, hopes perished, love tempest beaten, joy lost, killing despair hath all these blessings crossed. Yet faith still cries, love will not falsify.
It's a very good one. It's very, very good. Definitely like all the words where I like all the implications of love in it.
My favorite part about the poem is that we see this strong division with the irony of love. We see on one hand that the speaker is experiencing love rationally, and then on the other hand we see her experience with love emotionally. We see this division. So her rationally, when she's thinking about her love and how she should approach it, she calls it the very thing that is, it calls it her very own burden. She calls it the unwelcome guest. And whenever she's looking at it emotionally, in a way she cannot escape the love. She can't help but experience this love for this person. She's held captive by it. And I really like the analogy that she uses of a ship stuck in the sand. The more that the ship tries to escape the sand, the deeper it buries itself into the sand and gets stuck. And she explains her love in this way. The more she tries to not be in love and to escape it, the more stuck and enamored and captured by that love she becomes.
I think it's very important to also point out, too, that this sonnet was written around 1621, and with her husband and just recently dying in 1614. It's very sad to see that she is going through this, downward spiral of it looks like she loves someone, but is still grieving over the fact that she lost her one and only love, and that was her husband, Wroth. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad to see, for sure.
Well, the poem is opened with the sense of being lost and shipwrecked and stripped of hope, using imagine of the storm and destruction. So we can see here it's love very broken, and her joy is gone, despair dominate. And in the last two sentences, we can see the despair is killing her, all her blessing. And but even all that happened, she still have a faith of love gonna come again.
Yeah,
It's true.
that is definitely true. I mean, the grief is still there, very, 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 very present, very prevalent, and it'll be good. It'll be good for her to finally get over it for sure.
All right, so as a closing summary, just to summarize the main idea of the poem, we see a woman who is deeply trapped in emotional pain because of just unstable and unsatisfying love. By the end of the sonnet, it becomes clear that she's suffering not just about missing someone, but about being emotionally loyal to someone and not feeling the same in return. Her love just throughout the poem just feels inconsistent her love is constant and faithful, while Amphiletha's, on the other hand, is just inconsistent and even just betrayal. What really stands out is how deep her pain is. She doesn't lash out in anger or just completely loses it. She questions herself, her heart, and her ability to even escape the feelings that hurt her. Love becomes something that she just cannot control, and that tension between reason and emotion is like what makes her pain. She understands that loving him causes pain, yet she just cannot stop. So, to close it off, her pain is like, it's heavy, but it's just quiet, silent almost.
Yeah.
It's the pain of someone who is loyal, but that'll cost her peace of mind.
Yeah.
And the emotional endurance is what defines her character and what makes the poem feel both tragic but powerful at the same time.
Yeah. So very great thoughts. Very, very great thoughts. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much. We'll see you guys in class soon.